For just one time, I would take the Northwest Passage to find the hand of Franklin reaching for the Beaufort Sea, tracing one warm line through a land so wild and savage, and make a Northwest Passage to the sea. Westward from the Davis Strait, as there 'twas said to lie, the sea route to the Orient for which so many died, seeking gold and glory, leaving weathered, broken bones, and a long forgotten lonely cairn of stone.
Hold on, Chad. I accidentally I I I did an oh. Give me a second. There's an axolotl on the pink stair. Is an axolotl supposed to be there? If you ask an axolotl, if they'll be back tomorrow. What? Why is that loaded? What? Okay. Hello? Okay. What the fuck? Okay. The fuck? I'm having a day right now.
You already
Hello,
know that it's
everyone.
coming through here.
Oh,
Hello.
hey.
Hello.
Greetings and salutations.
Hello. Good evening.
Welcome to
Who's
Bound
this
and
right here?
Broken, Necessary Evil, Episode 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Poomps would like to give the recap.
I'll do it this time.
Okay.
The words of guidance from Road fresh in our minds, we decided to take off from the Shadow City and leave the dream for our end goal, one of the hidden compartmental spaces built in by Tyr to allow for access beneath Corvinus. Hidden in the archipelagos of the Anvanti Isles, start touching your old familiar Fane. But not before Simon, in all the wisdom of a man with precious little despair, decided to throw the bones of the beater of bad guys, the fist of the willow womps, the student of the jackrabbit style, and the fabled hero of the ham hells, into the void of the dream, forever condemning him into an existence of eternal nightmares, signifying a terrifying shift into the chaotic, reckless revelry of Simon Waller. As we left, we arrived in the Anvanti Isles, finding the landscape charred and corroded, like the aftermath of a great explosion, awash in a natural yellow flame. Although Maze was unharmed when she touched it, we decided to avoid it and headed to a nearby structure comprised of 5 effigies, all marked with the symbols that related to the Anvanti spirits. No sooner had we spoken all 5 of them, had the effigies sank in, and the staircase revealed itself to a deep metallic cave, unlike anything we had seen before. Faced with a series of doors, we opened one, and came across a fused creature of flesh, steel, and bone. It referred to itself as the Seneschal, and to Fane as chosen, due to the lingering curse that the stranger had placed upon him. It told him of the intention to assist the chosen in the path should he wish it, starting with a lesson of the 3 lessons, wisdoms of Tyr that formed the basis of his mad experiments, and had sown so much seeds of suffering into this place and beyond. It was there and then that Fane made a choice. He would commit to whatever would allow him and us to gain access to this place. And so, the Seneschal began to weave magics and invoke power that severed Fane's druidic connections, turning him into a chimeric weave of fleshes, far and alien. He was no longer a druid, but there was little time to process before he was subjected to the Seneschal's next request, and his very soul was probed. Now all we can do is wait and watch in abject suspense, hoping that the price Fane is willing to pay is worth it. For one as twisted as Tyr, all sales are final. Also, Amelia and Sazanthi are there in spirit.
Alright, inspiration for you.
Who doesn't have inspiration?
I think everybody has one.
I've got it.
Simon? You got
I don't
one?
think I have it. I'll get it.
Take the inspiration in.
Take a 60.
Okay, throw Frosis at him.
Arcadum done something to Ferocious. I don't know where he is.
What do you mean?
I miss him.
Shit.
Okay, so as we'll pick back up, Fane, you slowly regain consciousness as the whatever the fuck this is did its deed towards you. Your flesh has been replaced with other forms of flesh. The seneschal awaits you to descend the ramp as the first lesson has been absorbed.
Wasn't this the second lesson already?
Wasn't
No.
this the second one? Oh,
No,
What?
this was
No.
the first lesson.
No. No. Trust me, you'd know. No, this is the first.
This was step 2 of lesson 1, guys. Come on.
Ah,
First was the sewing and then the healing and whatever else this fucking soup does to me. Then will slowly rise, gripping the sort of edges of the contraption for balance and stumbling down the steps.
Alright, as you get to the bottom of the stairs, the seneschal will gesture. Take a moment to recover yourself, and then you may visit the reliquaries. Ascertain what speaks to you. Your body is in a primordial state. The stimuli that you provide will assist with its settling. It will form the new you. Each of these reliquaries represent a different form of essence, a requirement for your flesh to settle. You shall find that each of them contain a potency, a filtered power, diluted down towards its most base essence. You will find that such... I'm sorry, I'm just fucking with Colossus. The voice gets further away as he follows Colossus. Anyway, you will gesture. Please, investigate, stimulate, accept.
Fane nods slowly, looking down at his hands and stumbling towards the closest one to him first.
Oh, hold
Take
on.
a look.
Let me play some tunes. It's very quiet in here.
Set the mood.
The silence of the soup no longer bubbling.
Good soup.
Ew. Not the trench rot.
Oh.
Don't do it to me. It's me, Barry.
Hmm.
Okay. Sorry.
Steps out of the vat. Who are you?
Yeah, pretty much. You and that thief over there. The way he says thief. That thief over there. Who are you?
the tiefling.
You guys start seeing his body shift from like a lizard man to a cat person to a blonde haired guy. He shifts.
Oh my god.
He's black for an uncomfortable amount of time before the gradient like increases as he slides the slider back to white.
Oh fuck, that's funny as fuck.
Oh god.
What does he actually look like now?
To be determined. As right, okay. So what he actually looks like right now is, he. Oh god, how would I describe this? He looks like a I'm trying to think of a movie that would. Nobody's seen that.
Are you exposing yourself as old?
Yes, I'm old, Cyber. I think what we're gonna do here is so right now Fane is unfortunately also bald, but is more so the flesh. The flesh is cleared out of any hair whatsoever. His features on his face are kind of diluted and melted down. He looks very alien. If you guys get what I mean.
It kind of looked like the fucking from Alien Isolation. The like, what's it called? The pilots.
Or from Prometheus?
Yeah.
Actually, yeah. That's. He's not huge like a giant, but he does look like the Prometheus guys. Like his body is like an undrawn canvas, I guess. He certainly is. He's not the Fane that you knew anymore. That much is certain.
Where's it next to?
I don't know if you're wide enough for that.
Ooh.
Okay, so as you approach, let's see here. Everything. So as you approach, you will see that there is a not a tube, vat, whatever, a vat of essence. It flows and shifts and kind of reacts. You know how, like, if you touch one of those, God, this might be too old too. You know the orbs with the electricity in it, and it goes to wherever your fingers are when you touch the glass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
you put your hand against
Undercraft
it.
generator?
As you put your hand to it, you will see the shifting material inside of it seem to react, and as it goes against the glass, you will start to see flashes of landscapes and races and people that you do not recognize, but you're able to almost psionically absorb what it represents. Now we're going to go here. Oh boy, my favorite.
Oh boy, look at all those places.
Oh boy, look at that bear at 99%. There we go. I mean,
Yes.
I'm sorry. I just read chat. Chat is going crazy. I'm sorry.
oh god.
Oh.
I looked over. It's like,
I don't want to look over.
make him black. My black had to go somewhere. Give it to him. I give him my blessing.
Thank you, MSF.
Okay, so Fane, as you approach the vat and you feel the essence, each of the different essences seem to sing out to you, almost like chords of musical notes, as you try to find your way through the symphony to find the song that represents you. Alright, so what this comes down to is this. I'll give you a quick explanation. As I said last session, you are no longer a druid. Your class is now wizard.
No.
I have additional news. Your subclass is planeswalker. Because
Ooh.
you are being made into a proper vessel for the wizard tier. So, let's go over your options. As you are a planeswalker, the first thing that you have to do to be a planeswalking wizard is you have to choose planes of existence. In this regard, you must choose a nebula. Whichever nebula that you choose will depict what abilities that you will have from your wizard side, and ultimately, when we go over your prestige class parts of your character's journey, it will augment those pieces specifically. So this is a pretty major choice. Take your time. because each of the mechanical essences that will forge Fane into what he will look like and what abilities he will have access to will be dependent upon the nebulas that you choose, the planes that you will. You can also ask questions, if you'd like.
Mm-hmm. I'm just thinking for now.
A nebula is one of these cards, right?
Nebula is one of the 6, yeah. One of these 6 cards. So your choices are Rentos, Hates, Delos, Verza, Kasaka, and Jasa. The 6 handmaidens of the Astro Trap.
God. If Greygrum wasn't in Delos, I would snap pick it so quick. But it is.
High magic.
Haven for the evil.
Where's the haven for the evil?
Underneath the title Greygrum.
Oh. It looks really cool.
From these vats, what information do I get about Lulqua?
So, the vat reveal that Lulqua is a lower tech world. You will feel that the creatures that reside within it are insectile and devoid of sunlight. They walk with their dark vision, creating light within their strange home. You will also see that the creatures seem to live amongst the bodies of enormous giants whose bones make and shape the inner workings of this particular stone. You will see that there are flashes of memories of both of the insect-like people that live within the corpses of these creatures, but you will also see that there are memories still lingering of the astral giants that are found within. You see visions of them fleeing from their doomed world. You see that they forge Lulqua as a sort of life raft. And then you will see their slow descension into madness, starvation, and death. And then you will see the birth, the insect-like creatures. Their history flows past you. The glittering jewels and gems of Lulqua shine in the light made by the phosphorus-grown moss of which the insects feast. You will see them defend their asteroid home from all variety of invaders of the astral sea. Predators, pirates, and cruel Simacrolum. That is what you see.
The Fomorian being the insect creatures?
Yeah, the Fomorians are insect creatures.
Okay. The 3 vats that are here, are they just representative of the fact I have choices, not that I'm locked to 3 of these nebulas? Or are they 3 steps in this section of choices?
They are representative of the choices. So, whichever nebula you choose, you'll absorb the essences of that nebula. For example, if you chose Hates, you would absorb Zakkel, Azengult, Zarek Storm, and Hades.
So he gets essences from all the planets in the nebula.
Yeah.
There's a section of notes. I need to see if that's transcribed on the wiki. The stuff from the crossover with sagas, the pillar that we looked at.
I thought it was.
Does
'cause I
anyone know
think
if
I
that's on the
trans-
wiki or if they have it on hand? I'm trying to
I
keep
think
it to in-character knowledge.
I think I
Ah.
transcribed most of
Oh.
it.
Give it a moment, it should be in a notes channel, right? Oh, is it in Saga's notes?
I think it's in the Saga's notes channel, which I don't have access to anymore. Because I don't have the player tag.
I'll give me a
Lawson's
second.
does.
If you can give me the tag, I'll scroll up quickly and see if it's there. I know I was the one who read it out.
There you
Sure.
go.
Thank you. Okay.
I think I gave that whole transcript to somebody else, but I can't remember who, so I can't tell you.
I have it here now.
Okay, good.
Cool.
So many up.
Yeah, I think,
There's a lot.
yeah, I've got it in our notes now, if anyone else needs to reference it.
Mhm.
Combination of dialogues is funny. The Haven of Evil, Super Fauna, Fire Worshippers, and then the Void Field.
Yeah, it's not much about Furza here. Luluk was heard to Pierce, mentions Inu, but we have no context of who Inu is. Unknown energies on Maltos, and something about the Elysium Council under deliberations. Alright.
Hmm.
Okay, not Delos. There's a servant of the enemy up there. No thanks. Yes. Sorry, gang. There's a lot to like try and consider here. So.
Take your time, buddy. Well, Payne thinks. If anyone else would like to explore, they may do so.
Would I have seen what would have happened to Frosis while I was holding him, as Fane was undergoing real-time character customization?
Well, as the from the moments that the first needles touched Fane's skin, Rosis, who was in the midst of meditation, slowly began to fade away. When it was complete, there was nothing else that remains.
How are you holding up?
I don't like this, but he thinks it's necessary, so for now, I'll just see where it goes. But if I feel like it's gonna put his life at risk or anybody else's, he's just gonna sigh and his shoulders slump. He's gonna look at he's gonna look at Caspian. What do you think? I know God just sent you here to watch, but you're probably not gonna intervene if anything happens, right?
If said thing prevents the objective from being fulfilled, I will intervene. But if it does not, I will not. I have been given a very clear instruction on what to do. And I will observe. Though the changes in Fane are great, they are not inherently dangerous to our goal at the current moment.
Yeah. A part of me wants to go ask him. He points at the seneschal. Where is all this going? I have an inclination, but I wanna confirm my suspicions.
I believe this all revolves around the 3 lessons, yes.
Yes, but what would happen when that is done? Vessel, if the mad wizard is brought back, who knows what will happen? It took all of my remaining wealth with Fane and a god to stop him once. And that was just a fragment. If he comes back, he's gonna do whatever he wants to this continent.
I do not know if it is in his interest to write the cause of his partial success or not. But I do know that from what you've spoken, his sights are set on a grander stage, regardless of what he does in the immediate future or not, if he is brought back.
Do you really want to take that gamble?
Can you gamble to ensure that it wouldn't?
Is it really your choice to make?
It is not, which is why I'm just letting it go for now.
It's
But
rough.
he will want to feign trusted us to make his will come true. His will is not to just set our sights on a greater future or a greater distance. His will is to save this fucking continent.
So, if we are to make it to the place we aspire to go, then is that not what we are accomplishing? If it takes a little bit of change, physical, spiritual, doesn't really matter. As long as somebody reaches their whole of mind and whole of body, that is the same end result, is it not?
I am just worried that the moment he changes too much, we're not gonna be able to go inside that chamber. We don't have any guarantee that after all is finished, the chamber is gonna be accessible.
I know that concern. But Fane's already changed. From the first time I met him, he was pragmatic to an obnoxious degree. It's hard to imagine, but change isn't good or evil, it's independent of what we assign it. The only thing that's happened with him is that he's undertaking a change of his own volition. If he really does become the monster that you think he will, then that was his ambition from the very start. But tell me, as she looks to the whatever Fane is now, I don't know what the hell he could have been before. I don't think it would have been that dishonest. Just think before you act. I'm gonna move over to inspect some of the other things on the left.
Regardless, Wilhelm, I think it hardly matters what he becomes, as long as in the end we reach the chamber.
Indeed. I joined him here. The only
I
thing that I'm
believe-
trying to have is not dying. He made this choice. Who are you backing off now?
Also, I believe that in this case, even you can justify the means by the end you're trying to reach.
He will not say anything. He will just turn around and go inspect some of those vials we have, like these things. He will try to inspect them, just passing time as Fane does whatever he does.
Mood did say that he's not gonna get out of here. Maybe that's what he meant. It won't be him anymore. Leaving. It will be something else.
Well, it depends on how you look at it. Not the define as him. Is it the physical vessel that is already changed beyond recognition?
Seems like in the end it's all point of view, is it not?
It just really depends on how.
Alright, it seems at this point that Fane has made a decision. Fane,
Mhm.
what is your decision?
My choice is Rentos.
Rent?
Rentos Nebula.
Hmm.
Excellent choice.
I was very close to picking Verza, but I think Fane's distaste for higher powers would apply to Inu without other context. So, this is what we go with.
I'm gonna make some notes.
I will become Ragdar's fist.
Mhm.
Banabini.
Okay. Time for descriptions. My intergalactic notes. Sectorial notes. Okay. That on the screen for chat. Dibbity bop bop ba toilet. Ba ba bee bop bop ba 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 bop. Let's go there. See, that needs to be. All right. Alright, so I have a description for you of
Mhm.
Fane's appearance. Might want to put this down somewhere. As it's... I'm going to send it as an order to Waymaker. You will have some input on this. Basically, I'm just
Mhm.
going to give you a bunch of character options for you to character slide through. And you tell me whichever one you want to keep.
I'll be black.
This... Actually, there is an option to do that, because people of Ragnar are brown of skin. But that's up to you if you want to be. I got that reverse vitiligo!
Tattoos are no white.
Sick.
Give him the melanin slayer! That's okay. Alright, so let's go over it. I'm going to give you options. You choose the one that you'd like, and then once we go through all of your selections, put it in your notes, and then I'll send that to Waymaker as your, what is probably most likely going to be your Fane's final form. Your final official character art prize.
Sick.
Okay. So, first thing we're going to start with is Fane's build. In terms of, like, body size.
Mm-hmm.
So the... Hold on. Hold on! I have to actually get the character creator in front of me. So I can give you the... the right...
Show him the sliders.
This loads up Elden Ring.
I'm about to be put on a whole bunch of...
Sounds like you don't have to roll for a dick size anymore.
Well...
Yeah. Damn it, I should have checked while he was there.
I think when I'm White Goop Man after the soup, I don't have a penis. I don't know if it was cut off on the operating table.
Well... Funny you should mention
Yeah.
that.
I didn't.
I presume that you would like to remain male.
Yes.
Okay. We don't have to have that awkward that means he doesn't get to use the booby slider. Does, however, get to use the other one.
Doesn't become Stephanie. So.
Yes, one.
And I click the screen to like do a 360 view of my character, and my cock just wiggles.
Yeah, it wiggles. Yeah, you wiggle yourself. Yeah, you do that on the actual like Foundry map. You just wiggle your token back.
Oh god.
Okay, so Fane's build can be. Let's see here. Wispy, which is very thin and gaunt. It can be short and hardy, which you'll look almost dwarf-like. You can be sun-baked, which means you'll have a lot of... you'll be very tan with cracked skin and naturally strong, like muscular. Or you could be pallid, meaning that your skin color can be anything that you like, but the tone is very earthen and kind of flat due to exposure to technological runoff.
And also
On the first
bold.
option, nothing changes.
No, the first option is like Victor post hex core, where instead of just being a skinny dude, he's like
Gaunt, yeah. Gaunt is a pretty, I guess, harsh word, I suppose. Like, if you've ever seen somebody who's gaunt, they're like, wow, that's like unhealthy skinny.
Yeah, that's emaciated.
Ah.
Like Christian Bale in The Mechanic.
Sure. And pallid is just like sort of a neutral build, but the skin tone has to be very flat.
Yeah, it's like It almost looks like you're under a. Oh, that's not true to say. It's kind of like you don't have a lot of tone and what's the fucking
Saturation.
Definition.
you know what I mean. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, I'll go with pallid.
Pallid.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Would you like to change your skin color?
No.
Okay.
No. I will remain white, thank you.
You will remain an Irish boy. Okay.
Bro, I'm built like a milk bottle. I can't. Yeah.
I'm a milk bottle.
Yeah.
Now you're just really unhealthy white. It's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we get to talk about hair. Your style can be whatever the fuck you want it to be, but I have options for you. You can choose to have ethereal hair. Your hair will take on a ghostly sort of form. It would almost look like flames to the uninitiated. Your hair can be heavily curled and sort of thick cut, like giant curls or dreads. Your hair can be thick and long and sort of wild. Or your hair can be immaculately trimmed, but short.
Immaculately trimmed.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if this is like a big thing in Europe, but over here, like there are dudes that have perfect cuts, like in terms of like very precise fades and stuff like that. I don't know if you guys have ever actually like seen any of the TikToks or any like YouTube stuff of watching a dude get resurrected by a wizard with clippers, dude. Like, God, I love those videos. Some unfortunate neckbeard nerd who looks like me goes in there, and this dude pulls out a clipper and he's just like a BAM! And he gets fucking resurrected. But like, God, I love it, man. I got like 3 of those dudes on TikTok I follow, and I literally watch people come back to life with the right cut. So it's pretty sick, actually. But that's what I mean by immaculately trimmed. I mean, like, do you want to give Fane a crossfade? Do you want him to look fresh as fuck?
Do you want to wait?
I don't want to imagine Fane with a low taper fade, thank you.
It doesn't have to be a low taper fade.
I know,
I was about to write that
Imagine
inside
if
chat.
Jesus had a low taper fade.
I'm between ethereal and thick and long currently.
Damn. Fade Fane will not come into existence. Feels bad.
Damn, unfortunate.
It comes out of soup, hair is perfect.
I am Fane, the faded. The fading Fane. Damn, the alliteration.
True.
The
I went
alliteration
with
alone.
pallid, so I think ethereal.
Ethereal?
I think the vibe works.
Ethereal? Okay.
Yeah.
Does that mean we're gonna see your bald head through that entire time?
No!
When the sun hits it just right,
I can see
it just disappears.
There's a skull underneath.
Ugh.
Failed to render.
It failed to render.
Oh God, who cast daylight?
It failed
Oh my
to
God.
render. He's light mode Fane. No!
No. Okay, no.
Maybe I'm reconsidering.
No. This is why Ireland isn't whole.
Ugh. Upsetting.
No.
Alright.
There's an axolotl.
There's an axolotl on the pink Stare. Stop! Please! Is it supposed to be there? Alright. So, next thing you get to choose is your eye color. Okay, now this is where things get kind of cool, right? You get eye color, and then you get unique eye traits. So, eye color-wise, you have most of the colors available to you. You can choose anything you'd like, to be clear. But there are aesthetically... what would you call it? Aesthetically accurate choices you could choose if you wanted to be influenced by one of the planets in your that you've chosen to planeswalk. First, you could choose eyes that are made out of what would appear to be, to the unintuited eye, a field of stars. So ones that give you multiple false pupils that shine and irradiate like stars. Another that you could choose are steel eyes. Not as in they are made of metal, but that they are steely, hard, metallic colors. Like gold or like blue, like the sea. Another you could choose is pure black. Covers the entirety of the eyes where the pupil is not even seeable through them. You can choose any eye color you want, though. It's completely up to you. Those are just the aesthetic choices for the particular planets.
This is like a character creator, where I just make the most obnoxious and or ooh, look at my OC type character.
I mean,
This?
yeah, yeah, it is. I guess.
Yeah, it's good. I'm fine with it. Just. I think the contrast of pure black eyes works with the rest. I'll go with
And
that.
no one can ever tell where you're looking.
Oh,
Exactly.
he's now just a demon from Supernatural.
I'm edge maxing.
Jeez.
What?
I'm
Yep.
edge maxing. Edge maxing.
Very good. Very good.
All right. So now we come to unique traits, which are just things that are on your body or a part of your body that are unique to the world. You do not have to choose these. You could go to 0 on the slider if you'd like.
Mm-hmm.
But your options are Veins of Mana, Intimidating Scars, Gem Crown, Mysterious Tech Implants.
If you get a gem crown, you almost look like Viego.
Well, the
Yeah.
gem crown is in his forehead. Like it's a growth that's a part of him.
Ah.
They're
Almost.
They're just called
Viego.
crowns.
Mm-hmm. I'll go with Veins of Mana.
Veins of... What color would you like to choose? Completely up to you.
Probably like a pale blue.
Pale blue. Okay. That's it. Body selections done. Excellent. Can you post that somewhere so I can send it to Waymaker?
Yes, sir.
Oh. Yes.
Oh, Siege got it.
Siege got it.
Did you see an embedded? The astral hair?
Yeah, but I saw.
Fails to render.
Yep.
Tickety type, tickety tap.
No, Siege posted the options, not the selections.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I had them underlined on Word. Just if you wanted to type
Yeah,
in
I
what
got
you.
it.
Yeah.
Because I was also
Apologies.
doing it. It's all good. I just don't want a copy pasta mistake. Or Waymaker
No,
tries to do something.
Yeah, I'm excited for this. It's gonna look so cool. Holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, dude. I just looked in chat and saw the fucking snail art, dude. That's so good.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Probably nobody's probably done it. You can change the token if you want the art for him.
So fucking awesome, dude.
He's ready to inflict one absolute damage.
Where's a Gaxka grottle in the Graham Grim? Alright, cool. Back into the... Alright, Fane. As you absorb the essence from the various displayed vats, using instinct and stimuli, slowly the party will see that with each infusion, his body starts to change. Shifting, twisting, morphing. The seneschal will wrap a cloak around him, which kind of looks like one of those like medical medical robes.
Mm-hmm.
Butt is exposed.
Okay, no, the butt is not
That
actually
that
exposed.
was-
His ass is not out.
What do you mean? Oh my
He gets the
God.
hospital dress.
The butt is exposed.
You got
Grab
the next
it.
Sunday.
Grab it. Touch the butt.
I'm sorry, Wilhelm.
Grab his dick and twist it.
Oh god.
That's right.
Smacks ass.
Gets shakes, dies.
Dies.
Mm.
Okay. Alright, as you have made these selections, the seneschal will give a nod of approval. It would seem that your body is acclimating. The first lesson has been absorbed. Take heart in the flesh. How malleable, how imperfect it truly is. The belief in what you are as a designation is folly, proven and denied. Behold, your body is remade to the will that you have applied to it. What is elf? What is not? Do you not see? The sacred volitions of one's culture, of one's race, of one's people is a false vernacular. It is a superstition. You are remade by will. You are what you have chosen to be. Anything else are lower creatures trying to make themselves feel better by their pointless and pathetic existence. Gods do not look to the heavens. They are the heavens. Come with me, chosen. There are more lessons to be had.
Thing sort of. Spasms, I hit it, whatever the fuck that was.
Alright.
Whoa, buddy.
Breakdancing.
You just,
Ooh.
you just took a good look at Simon before he left again.
See, the flesh is weak with your tiny penis. You could be remade. Anyway, Bane sort of takes it in. He smiles despite himself at the comment on the gods and sort of looks down at his hands. The markings not there. But he takes a second to look at the veins underneath the skin, flexing his fingertips. Well. Step 1 is done.
How are you feeling? You certainly look different now.
This is still you.
Yes, Simon, it is. And to my surprise, I feel good. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Nice.
I need him as a Discord
Get it
sticker.
straight from the
God.
underground. Hit the credits, so Gwimp coming straight from the
G Wimp.
There's
Yeah,
an
that's what I said when he
axolotl
said this
in the
guy.
pink Stare. No. For some reason,
cool.
Squeam doesn't
Look,
have the art.
that's-
I don't know if you put it in there or not.
No, I
Top
asked you
on
to
the
do it.
founder.
I can't.
Oh, you asked me to do it. Oh, I see. Oh,
Yes.
You lack
Did
the
this
skill.
imposter?
Just like how I haven't sent that
Imposter.
package yet.
It's true. It's been
Oh.
over a month now.
It's been. Sorry.
Well.
Wimp? The color wimp?
G-Wimp. I love him. Well,
It's a bit difficult to see where you're looking now, but I'm sure that's just some getting used to.
that's all it is. Change is strange to me.
Do you want to see what you look like? Fully, I mean.
He'll shrug.
I'll try to mimic him as accurately as I can.
Okay. Fan see Miggle D. Higgins.
Oh my god.
And then
Fuck, I became a halfling.
oh,
Oh,
shit.
okay.
Oh, never mind. That's better.
That is disconcerting.
She floats and flexes in the air. Look at you. All changed.
I think you look very nice. Oh, very good. Yes. I am
Oh my
Screamer.
god.
Very good.
I like how he
Yeah.
got the mask a lot. I like the eyes poking up over the mask instead of going through the eye hole.
Yeah, they're not even. It's not even covering his eyes. I
Yeah,
also
They-
like
they-
the slime looks like robes. That's very good.
yeah.
They gave him
Yeah.
the gourd shell. It's very good. Waymaker popped off on that one.
The eyes look like my horns.
Oh my god, they kind of do.
I can
Sure.
see from up here. Squeeze.
Well,
Oh my god. Stop that. Stop transforming so much. Whip, 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 whip.
as strange as it is, I am still me. Our task remains the same. Sort of flexes his fingers.
You should be careful, though. You don't know how far it goes.
He'll nod. But that is why you all are here.
Well, it's a bit difficult to ascertain if it's still you until you speak again.
What would you like, a code word?
Sure. Scream it in your mind.
I'll blink. Just know if there is a pathway and I do not choose left, it's not me.
That's right.
That should be familiar enough. See? Exactly, Simon.
Hmm.
Also, I like that you put a hat on your friend. That reminds me, where's Frosis? He'll look at Elsie.
He's gone. The moment you started getting touched by the needles, he closed his eyes and faded from existence.
Maybe you can resummon them. Who knows?
No.
He might not be severed, he might just be away, but...
I will
sorry,
try and
Carlos.
resummon Frosis.
Impossible. He's too moist to be dead.
Process does not come to your call. You no longer feel the balance of moistness. Only dry.
Maybe it's better this way. I don't know. I don't have time to think about it.
So we keep
Let's just
going.
continue. Almost out of habit, he nods like a small greeting at Zozanti and Amelia before realizing that they probably don't know what the fuck is going on.
They are in various levels of grief.
Grief?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
What has happened was fucking crazy to them. They are in shock and are talking amongst themselves. They will give a respectful nod, but they don't look happy with what's going on.
Hey,
No
welcome to the
problem.
club. Welcome to the club. Hey.
Yeah, I don't pay you to be
Yeah.
happy.
Yeah,
We don't pay them to be happy. It's true.
Exactly.
we don't pay you for that.
That wasn't in the terms and conditions.
Did anyone take Fane's equipment from the other room?
No.
It wasn't
Oh.
fully sure if you lost it or not, but no.
He set most of it down. I just want to grab the staff. Just lean on it as he's walking.
Mm-hmm.
True. I could pick it up whenever we're heading past, but in the meantime, also you'll become walking shtick.
Stick. Your skin is moist.
I'm sure you could lean
You're
on.
drier than a woman
William.
after a night with Simon.
There's so much of that I don't want to think about.
And then you inevitably change to something completely different. It's almost like you saw something that changed you forever.
Please stop pointing your cooch towards me.
Okay, please.
Yeah. Checks out.
Bro really tilted his token like that. That's crazy.
All right. Here we go. As you follow the seneschal, it will take you further and further into the complex. You will see doors as you pass by, leading to other rooms with unknown purposes, and perhaps treasures and secrets yet to be revealed. Okay. And I will take. Okay. Let me know when you guys are loaded.
I
I'm
mean,
loaded.
Man.
What did it?
Nope.
Okay, so the seneschal leads you into this room. Make me perception checks, please.
I know what my new modifier is, but the roll was a 17.
Just whatever's on your token, just play it as normal for now. Don't worry about it.
Thumbs up.
All right, within this room, you can see that there are several bits and pieces of what it almost looks like a mining operation in here. You can see that there are crates filled with crystals moving about. Each one of them seem to be shining with light that is generated from the ceiling above. You can also see that there are 4 larger devices that were with a deep humming sound. In the center here, you can see that there is a panoramic view of some sort of sphere. In the center back, there are also consoles of manipulation here, there, which seem to be essentially overlooking everything, where a foreman or manager might sit. Creature, the seneschal continues walking in this direction.
Are the crystals any comparable to silver salt, but in a different form?
Well, as you take a closer look at them, you will see that the crystals, they seem to be vibrating very softly. And when you listen to them while placed inside of the carts, the vibrations seem to be louder and harmonize. A pleasant tinkling sound can be heard coming from within each of the carts. Some of them produce different notes and different scales and pitches, leading to a whole variety of sounds depending on which cart that you look within. Crystals themselves do not appear to be magical, meaning that whatever is happening is a natural occurrence.
Strange.
Does the also sounds?
Yeah.
And we'll try to mimic the tone of this one.
As you try to whistle along and match the pitch and the reverberations, you will see that the crystals seem to harmonize with you. A curious occurrence.
Tempting to grab one. So I was gonna grab one, a little one.
As you grab one and kind of hold it in your hand, it still vibrates softly as I described earlier. Doesn't seem to be magic.
I'll put it in my pocket. My secret one.
Okay.
Vibrating humming pocket.
There's too many jokes.
That's true.
Thousands of jokes await. Alright, when you get up to the platform, you can see that the seneschal stands before it. Begins to input a few commands into this contraption to the north that you see. Will then turn and look upon you. Will gesture towards the large, floating, what you presume to be magical representation of, well, a flowering structure. You see what appears to be a map, topographical, but viewed in 3 dimensions. Mysterious and, well, awe-inspiring sight. With a singular swift movement of its hand, the seneschal corrects the geographical representation, and you will see that the viewpoint of that 3-dimensional space begins to zoom in and out, adjusting at each errant twitch of the seneschal. And then it will turn and address Vane. Now that we have contorted your flesh, we will need to change your perspective. The shadows in your mind must be made manifest to understand. You must face past, present, and future. You must understand. You must see. You must look within those paths that you have not tread in your past. You must look upon those paths in the present that you fear to do so. And you must look towards the futures yet still realized. Only then will you understand that these paths, once forbidden, are no longer. Then you shall learn that nothing is forbidden. Place your hand upon the device, as the seneschal will gesture towards a place that looks like it has a handprint.
He takes in the information, inhales deeply, and then presses his hand against the handprint.
As you press your hand against the handprint, your experience as a druid tells you this handprint feels a lot like bone. It's a distinctly different color than the metals around it.
The going off of that, does this seem to be a plate of bone as a handprint carved in, or a section of bone that's been transmutated into the shape?
A little bit of both. Carven, certainly. Transmuted as well. It feels porous. All right. Get it. Let's see. 2 seconds here. Looking for something. All right. As you place your hand upon the bone, everyone present will start to see that the strange illusion before you begins to shift, change, and reveal. All right, so the next part, everyone gets to participate in. You can all discuss what you'd like to do, but the one who gives me the input is the person whose hand is on the device. This is going to be kind of wild, so I understand if it might be a bit overwhelming, especially since we're going to have to do stuff that will involve someone who isn't, several people that aren't here anymore, so give me just a second, and we will get straight into it, because we are about to do some shit. Okay, hold on, let me see here. I need...
Hackermans.
that. Hacker man. I'm hacking, I'm continuously hacking, I'm dying. Mm-hmm. Mm. And here we go. Okay. This is gonna be awesome. This is part of the session I was most looking for.
Hurry up with your character builder. I want to see the cutscene.
I wanna see the cutscene!
Playing co-op with someone be like,
Watch out that it doesn't turn into a quick time event.
yeah.
I know, Sheva got ran over by a boulder again.
I guess we have to reload the last save.
Reload the last save. Okay. Here we go. No. This is this is so autistic of me, but I have to do it. I have to check something. Sorry,
the notes are correct.
like nobody's going to care about this, but I have to. So give me just a second. Jeez.
I'm gonna refill my water though.
Okay, water refilling, very good. Get game, please. And welcome. Oh my god, please. Thank you. Okay.
Oh boy.
Double
Time for
check.
knowledge.
And double check something. All right, I'm ready.
Hmm. Do you want to wait until he's back?
Yeah, I'll wait.
Because I think he can hear us, but well,
Water.
water.
Water. What?
Straight from you, Yvonne.
Sparkling or still.
Sewage.
Many different flavors of water, depending on where you get it from.
Is this an ice cube or a butt plug? I do not want to know. I believe Willem's going to be the only normal one out of all of us now.
Which makes him the most unnormal out of all of us. Right?
Your turn.
All right,
Welcome back.
here we go. Hand is placed. You will feel that there is a surge of energy from the device. When you're loaded.
9 to 9. I'm in.
Loaded.
Ah,
Ooh.
I'm loaded.
Back to where it all began.
All right,
the good old days.
everyone loaded?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Oh, let's go.
All right, so at this moment, displayed, you will see yourselves upon the upon the crosses, crucified. What you will see is the last drops of your blood. The moment before your deaths. The moment before Lorne's intervention. Standing upon the parapet, on the podium, you will see the smiling knight. His words are muffled, but you have strange memory of them. They speak of the litanies of Mytheria. They speak of the righteousness of your deaths. He speaks of the absolution of your souls. You feel death come for you. However, what if you escaped? Thane, Mazikeen, Elsie, and Simon, please make me Constitution saving throws.
Using old characters or current characters?
Using your current character.
Okay.
Look at us. +1 con people. And Elsie.
Mhm.
You will see that Thane seems to succumb. His head lolls, his eyes close, he is unconscious. The other three hold fast, and as the smiling knight finishes the litanies of Mytheria, will turn to walk away. The snow covers his exit. A well of strength appears within Mazikeen, Elsie, and Simon. Strength saving throws.
Oh god. Let's go.
Simon, Elsie, and Mazikeen pull with all of their might against the weakened chains. They begin to crack and shatter as the wood gives way. Chains around their wrists, leaving heavy trails in the snow. Bound and broken. Release yourselves. At this point, the energy from the device begins to churn. What could have been? You will see your characters begin to move. Decisions being made that were different than before. Mazikeen and Elsie release Fane, while Simon scouts ahead. The energy of the device shifts.
He looks so strange without any other tattoos on. Just so
Mhm.
so blank.
Dude,
It is neat that the dice decided that Fane passes out in this timeline, when in the original episode I rolled the highest on the con save, so I watched everybody else pass out first.
That's true. I think last time it was me who
Yeah.
passed out. I think first? Second.
It's a very cool juxtaposition. Thank you, dice.
oh, this one, Simon at least able to wake up.
True.
Let me know
The
you're
dice
loaded.
knows.
Loaded.
Loaded. Oh god.
99. There.
Okay. Here, you see your party with grim faces approaching Elder Shane. You will see them begin to argue with him. You will see that slowly Elder Shane's face begins to change, shifting into something else. The face begins to contort, begins to change. You see this. You will see his face shift to this.
I see.
You will see that the argument continues. You will hear the man speak of his family being hunted. He will point at the blood that covers his palm. He will then point to Fane. Present Fane watches past Fane through the eyes of the device. Learn of the curse of blood magic. Learn of the secret in that blood. Of the discoveries of he and his family members have made. The dedication that the Black Frosts have done to the study of the sorceress bloodlines and where their true origin is. Fane discovers the plight of his people as instruments in the experiment.
Imagine learning it that early.
Early enough, perhaps, to have saved them. God, this is so cool. Sorry, I'm so happy right now. It is very cool for me because I get to do all the things I wasn't able to do.
That dude was a real freak.
Yeah, he was.
I'm going to shape change into an old man and fucking orc prostitute called Big Green Gertha.
That's true.
That's because he's a freak doesn't mean he's not story relevant.
Whatever. Simon saw him getting stabbed, probably to death. So
Yeah, because he was shape changed, and presumably the dude said silver.
Oh no, you're loaded.
Loaded.
ah yes,
I'm in.
glorious ambush. Oh, this token.
You will see here that your past selves are speaking to the bandits. However, there is no anger or crossed swords, but rather wheeling and dealing as Simon speaks directly to the individual before him. You can see that there, through his coy smile and his demure veneer, is able to convince this individual to assist them. You will see that Simon looks slightly different. There is a less happy-go-lucky look on his face, but more steeled. You will see that Simon will reveal in his hands a scroll, which he will show the bandit. You will see that there is a flash of information that the device reveals. The scroll contains information about the bloodlines and the magics therein, about Tyr's experiments, yes, that there is something more potent and more specific. More specifically, it would seem that somehow, through the concourse of allying with the Elder instead of fleeing, Simon has discovered the Knight's activities, and more importantly, the fate of Pedro. It would seem that always your fates were coiled to the west. But Simon moves with renewed and focused purpose. For you can see as the parchments pass between the bandit, he will hand Simon something. And in it, Simon, present Simon, and past Simon will both recognize a scrap of clothing that once belonged to Pedro.
Yeah.
You okay, Colossus? You there?
Yeah, that's deep.
I figured you'd like that.
Yeah, really.
We killed them.
They didn't even notice for the longest time. The sleep abuse was crazy efficient. You can still see the the murder line where he came in.
Oh yeah, the blood stains. Yeah, I didn't.
The blood stains from all the way on top, top right down, and then in this corner.
That was very memorable.
Didn't hit a single shot that fight.
I remember.
That was good.
Yeah,
The
so
clapping cheek.
cinematic.
It was.
I was
Sneaking
still
along,
just
putting
using,
people to sleep. Yeah.
still just using Eldritch Blast from X corner of the map.
The warlocks. Oh god.
Oh god. Could have shoved the yelling man into the water.
Everyone loaded?
Yep.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Alright. You will see your party standing on a familiar bridge. But this time, things are different. For before you, you will see the Guardian of the Mist Gate conversing with a stranger.
I don't think we ever seen what a guardian fully looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, let me show this off. Probably never get to do it again. So that's what he looks like shrouded, and I think I have his unshrouded. Actually, I don't. Well, anyway.
Wait, that's not the unshrouded one?
We didn't see this before. We saw like a more grayed out.
Oh, then that. Yeah, this is what he looks like. Then yeah.
You
sorry.
just showed the same one twice.
Yeah, there you go. Boom. There you go.
He's sick.
Yeah.
And the shadows have dispersed because you can see that there is a friendly conversation, not a random dude yelling at the bridge, if you guys recall.
What do you mean?
You can see that Caspian is conversing with the Guardian. As the four of you approach, you will see that as he converses with the Guardian, there seems to be agreement amongst them. Caspian will turn and will see you approach, and you will see that this time it is Simon that approaches Caspian. He will brandish a now completed tome depicting the movement of the spirits, and indeed how the final rest of such spirits may be found. You will see that Caspian and the Guardian both speak with one another, speak with Simon, and so the story shifts as the Guardian, along with Caspian, agree to assist Simon to search for the soul of Pedro, in the hope that the secret that he had seen, imperative to the restoration and the unraveling of Tyr's experiments, might be fully realized.
So cool.
Seeing all the altar tokens again is so cool.
I miss Versus.
Before he became the Pope.
Oopses.
Popes.
I mean, oh my god.
You are indeed.
I was already a frog. Powerful. Actually, this arc was...
It's kind of cool because you guys have all those different pieces of art, so you're just like, ooh, I'll shift to the right one for the scene. That's pretty good.
Of course.
Let me put on my proper hat. Put on the right hat.
Yes.
Scene accurate.
I just think that's a nice little touch. It's like, ooh, I gotta put this hat on.
The
All right.
early ones are sadly not in my thing anymore.
Okay, so in this scene, you will see that Seamus O'Fallow is speaking with the other four, but mostly you are all watching as Simon is having a tearful conversation with Pedro. Pedro's ghostly form places his hand upon Simon's shoulder. You will see that Pedro's form is more full than it was when you met him, when you truly met him. The Simon that the device reveals, otherwise referred to as past Simon, will brandish the tome, now fully complete, showing the pages of blood and the bloodlines, as it is revealed that Pedro Pascal's blood contains an unraveling key towards Tyr experiments. It would seem that Pedro's blood was resistant to the experiment. By following the line of the blood mages, by following the raveling pieces of the story, the only way to get Pedro's blood is to see him fully restored to life. Simon speaks to Pedro, trying to convince him to return to the living realm once more. Pedro will reveal that he is bound to the ship, and unable to return. His tree will not blossom within the place of the storyteller's garden. Bound onto the ship, Simon pleads for a way to release his friend, to return him to the living realm. And it is at this point that the tome begins to react. Within its shifting pages, Simon discovers one way. For within it, a hidden gift from the Guardian of the Mist Gate, written in Glayan, activated when in the presence of Pedro Pascal, revealed a Glayan art of manifesting a spirit. The way of the yokai. Pedro places his hand on top of the book, and his hand on top of Simon's shoulder. And then, through the use of Tsukimiyoji, he haunts the book to be carried from the ship. Okay, one moment.
I like the Simon route of this light novel.
That's true.
Yeah. Simon is just the main character at this point. Forget about everything else. Oh no.
Oh no, I
We're
keep.
not gonna think about it.
Hold on, let me clean it up for a second. Okay, so you will see your companions, along with the new allied slot of the Ghost of Pedro Pascal. You will see, however, that your companions, each of you have your weapons out. For all around you, there are broken buildings, flames scorching across the ground. Your weapons are brandished, as it would seem that Haikyo, in its last and terrible moments, faces off against a terrifying foe.
Oh, jeez.
Fuck this guy.
You will see that the creature slams through the walls, throws and breaks, shifts and takes, falling to the ground before the party. You will see the brave leader of Haikyo on the ground on his last legs, holding onto his katana, and as the creature's final blow comes down upon him, Pedro surges forth and uses his spiritual essence to block the finishing blow. As the party moves in, pressing the creature back. As it stumbles back, blood seeping from its many wounds, you will see within it that individuals that you don't recognize begin to attack from nearby. Glayan samurai. Their morale restored by the heroic surge of Bound and Broken. The engine of woe falls before the heroes of the East.
Man, imagine being the good guys. What the hell?
We could have had PvP after this.
That's true.
Go kill a dwarf.
That dude that sells the fish. He unfortunately did not make it past this fight.
Yeah, the one
His neck
racist
got
guy.
twisted clean
The
off.
only one that went missing, and none of his body parts were ever found.
Haikyotai.
His wife tragically decapitated rolled to suicide.
One moment, please.
Man, at least Haikyuu is saved in this timeline.
True.
This music in this timeline is giving me the feels. It's just hitting me.
It really does.
Yeah,
It's
Lost Odyssey
nostalgic.
is incredible,
Yeah.
and the scenes are great.
It really fits.
Just happy we didn't create a saint in this timeline.
Like
So
so.
I'm scared the angel's next. Oh no, we're
No.
going to Elder Kai's.
So many
Elder Kai's.
possibilities.
I can't read.
Oh, I forgot about this, dude.
Oh, it's the wrong.
Sheesh.
All right, everyone loaded?
Yep.
Yep.
Fish,
Yeah.
fish, fish, fish,
Sheesh.
fish, fish.
Fuck off with your damn food!
There's a lily pad and no frog, but at least there's fish.
Okay. In this scene, you will see that the party is conversing with Haikyotai. Simon approaches, as well does the spirit of Pedro Pascal. Tai converses with them, and Simon seems to be quite excited. Even Pedro shares his excitement. Behind them, you can see that Caspian is discussing something with two strangers. You will see these two characters.
Oh my god. Is she?
Bro, that storyline. That's where this was.
You will see that Caspian holds out his hand as Eisen smiles and hands over this information. Caspian. Caspian will then take it and will provide it to Simon. Two researches put together and complete. You will see that Simon will hand them to Haikyotai, who will then turn and take them to his shaman, who then begins to chant and perform the necessary magics as slowly Pedro Pascal turns from spirit to flesh and manifests once more. Simon rushes forward and embraces his old friend. For a moment, there is only peace in a continent ravaged by war. And thus, Pedro offers his hand towards Anbawa, who takes but the smallest sample of blood, placing it within the vial, and will hand it to Simon. As Simon takes it, you will see that he will smile and then will look towards Fane as they both nod to each other. The scene changes once more.
Wait, did we rescue her in this timeline? Arcadum?
In this
No,
timeline,
Ernesto?
no. In this timeline, Aizen arrives to an undestroyed Haikyo and is convinced to aid with the research that he got from the brother of the guy that you met in Shickletown, because they're both of the same family, and they both were doing research. So, in this timeline, had the story gone as I had originally predicted, those Court of Curses would have finished what they were doing, and would not have caused Aizen to leave, or rather, would have caused Aizen to leave at the right time by getting the person that he loved, but would have been called back because Haikyo isn't destroyed. Essentially, Haikyo not being destroyed means that this part can happen.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it means. Anyway, okay, and now to the next scene. Actually, one more thing, and that is there is one more scene. Because at this point, I would have asked Pedro's player to join us again as the 7th slot. But in case he couldn't, due to time or finances or whatever, this scene would have happened. You will see that Pedro and Simon shake hands. Simon a bit teary-eyed, but an understanding between the two of them. Pedro has been denied his own life for some time and would like to seek out his own fortune. Besides, Simon has important work to do. He promises his friend that he will see him again. As Pedro turns to face Gabe Big Deal, who offers a smile, offers him a parchment of employment as a mercenary, and travel with him to lands unknown.
Finally free, my friend.
Yes, Fane. That is correct.
So it's similar to the Hill Blood storyline. Cool.
Yeah, it was my player, my direct player relevant. Like I did a couple of them just in case some of them failed.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I had fail safes just in case. But anyway, all right. So now for this scene. Oh, that's the wrong one. Well, dumb idiot, stupid.
True.
Look at this old lady just pretending she's human. Look at her.
Which is not.
Don't worry
Isn't
about
she
it.
a
It's not canon.
Yeah.
It's not canon. We don't believe that. Oh no! I don't like this one.
And
I'm scared.
And in this timeline, you will see that the party surges forward, their weapons drawn, their gaze steeled. The magic of the druids, cleansed of Tyr's corruption, flows through Fane. Simon, wielding rapier and cutlass, gifts from the pirates of the Coast of Souls, and wearing the scarf, and the supreme scarf of his friend Pedro Pascal, the mysterious newcomer Wilhelm, Mazikeen, Elsie, and Caspian. These two are not here. Because I had a different prediction that what you'd actually be. I thought you would be a Shanty Lord, to be honest.
Yes.
Yeah. In this timeline, you were a Shanty Lord. Because it's my canon.
Nice.
But anyway, and you face off against the Seneschal, summoning forth the corrupted magics and experimentation of Tyr. Okay.
And do we win? Do we win?
You don't know.
But you do.
But in this
right?
moment, something happens.
Oh god.
Thane, as your hand is upon the strange bone, you will feel something inside of you begin to awaken. Something deep, something strong. While it is true that your body is changed, and while it is true that the transformation into an appropriate vessel has already begun, you are not without a traveler's influence. Your soul is not yet snuffed. It is not yet caged. Power of the Druids, though you may not be one, has not fully left you yet. And in the final moments, as these images appear, under the Seneschal's watchful gaze, even now you feel a tingling in your fingertips, as if some warning has been thrown ahead. A harrowing. Fate, however, can be broken. Perhaps you are not bound to it. For the bone that comprises this machine that allows the reflection of forbidden spaces and forbidden scenes may yet be broken by the very lesson the Seneschal seeks to teach. For the bone is that of the Cyclops, who views time not in a linear sense, but as a circle, never ending, never beginning, fluid, and transient. Normally, the boons and histories and paths that I have just shown you, well, they would be forbidden to you, for they are paths you did not take. But nothing is forbidden. So, what does that mean? You have this one chance to change your fate, to shift time using the power of the Cyclops that are stored within this device. Should you choose to do so, you will find yourself lost to Tyr's magic. Accepting the second lesson will mean that your corruption will be all-encompassing. Your traveler's soul will flitter and will be lost. Impossible to recover. But perhaps your allies, perhaps your friends, may yet live the lives that were denied to them through the cruel vestiges of fate. What would you like to do?
So to enact any piece of these visions is to succumb to the portion of the lesson that it is showing.
Yes. To take this path means that nothing is forbidden, and therefore, the second lesson accepted.
In this moment, sort of hand upon the bone, visions being displayed, the quiet accompaniment of his companions behind him, he considers a few things. The first and foremost is the happiness and change in Simon, where the whims of fate would see his goal directly fulfilled. But regardless of the path we chose, he could have chose different. I will not enact anything from these visions.
So be it. One moment, please.
Even as he makes the decision, there's the fleeting temptation of the past self, the fleeting want for the powers so familiar to him, the pride in his eyes at succeeding in his goal. But for the same reasons, that is not the path that he walked. He declines it nonetheless.
All right. Magic begins to surge around Fane. The rest of the party will see it. The Seneschal will turn, frowning. A disdainful clicking can be heard coming from the Seneschal. Equal bouts of disappointment, anger, and outrage. Fane will slowly start to see his body shift once more. The energies of the sacred transformation, the potent flesh be reversed. The Seneschal will call out to him in a chastising manner. You would see that which you could see, and would deny it. Unbecoming of the vessel. Wisdom saving throw, Fane.
He grits his teeth as the Seneschal's words sort of loudly blur around him. Now, +1 from Squeam's mascot bonus.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
Do we want to maybe?
True.
Do we want to maybe re-roll? Do we want to maybe re-roll that? Because in 80 is you can roll so much better.
I had a 10%. Yeah. I mean, I'm scared to start blowing inspirations on this. I don't know what's going on.
yeah.
You could roll so much worse.
We have a lot of it.
I would use at
That's even
least.
something.
You know what?
Yeah.
I'll blow my inspiration.
As you attempt-
please.
Hold
Oh.
on.
Oh,
As
Sorry,
you
my bad.
attempt to use inspiration, you will see a flash in your mind of the demon's lantern. The red thread of fate grows taut. The Seneschal continues his chastisement. As you further resist the transformation given to you, more of Fane's tattoos begin to appear. The The seneschal will say, "Truly do you not see the folly of this resistance? You have become a worthy vessel. Why do you resist the lessons therein? Your burdens are what you choose them to be. Nothing is forbidden to you. You may have what you want. The price that is paid is only paid by those that do not understand. There is no cost to power. A great lie by the weak." The seneschal will use its magics to show you the vapid state, how one will look at what one must purchase when one could simply take and not could be stopped. To accomplish one's task by any means necessary is the path of progress. All else, those that would call for morality or control or disciplined approaches, are those that are riddled with fear, corruption, or ignorance. You must not be ignorant! Wisdom saving throw.
Gritting his teeth, he smiles, feeling the presence of his allies at his back. The burdens that one has can be changed. But my choice is made.
Fane's words. Fane's words. Though strong in his heart, are weak in their execution. They bounce off of the inexorable will of the seneschal. A fool's parting. You are trapped once more within the confines of mortal perceptions. I had thought that your allies, reminders of your accomplishments, would be a positive effect upon your transformation, but I see now that they are reminiscent of your mortal ties. Do it! Complete your destiny! Wisdom saving throw.
Sort of clutches at his head, unable to retort. 23 total.
Okay. Thane clutching at his head, more and more of the sacred lesson will be overturned. The magic begins to fuse Thane, flowing up through his hand from the bone on the device. The seneschal turns, opening his hand, summoning forth magic. As the magic surges forth, timelines become tangled, and Raquel's wrath is paramount.
And I attempt to counterspell him.
No.
I guess not.
Oh, well.
Oh,
Oh
We're
god.
dealing with yellow and time deity, so.
We're all going.
Oh,
Oh god.
Raquel is pissed. +1. Oh.
Nice!
Thank you, Raquel.
More fist of
shaker.
gods. Incoming!
Finally.
I blame the bird.
the final shake.
The final shaker.
The final shake.
Finalis S. Shaker.
Oh.
No, that's all of us now that we're being teleported. Everybody's like, oh.
Please do not shake.
Man.
The temptation was strong, but I don't see Fane enacting any of it.
Well, the cool thing was that was actually the trap. Because had you
Yeah.
done it, you would have made something that was forbidden no longer. And thus have succumbed to the lesson.
Of course.
Yes.
Denying temptation, it would seem.
Sounds like a terrible timeline for Mazakin. Doing good, saving people.
I'm evil. I'm so evil.
The greater good.
The greater good.
Who let this
Hold
good
on.
in here? Who put this good
Who let
shit
this
in
good
here?
in here? God damn it.
I did not want
It
to do
doesn't have to
the
be.
Look at her smiling, how unbecoming.
I did not want to do the good.
Why do I think like Mexican from this iteration and from that iteration will just choke their asses up? Fucking 1v1 me right now.
Let's see. Okay. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Oh god.
Oh, damn it. Oh, damn it.
Oh jeez. Oh beep bop beep burp. Beep bop bop bop.
From a level to 1 to Omega cool. How cool is was about to happen? How cool it is.
What's so cool?
It's so
Points
cool.
combo.
Oh my
It's so
god.
cool.
I could feel Wilhelm breathing on my lower back. And I knew I couldn't make any timeline where he was a hero.
You can inflate his ego that much in one go. It would be. not
Look,
that
his
great for
ego
everyone
can't
else.
be high. Look, you can't let his ego be higher than his size. And
Yeah, if you showed me a timeline where I can make Wilhelm not a halfling, I would have fell into that trap so quick.
Yeah, slow the day. No, the temptation was the death of the halfling.
Had
gonna
to
take-
take
Time
him
later,
back
everyone
just
else
one
is a
elf
halfling.
headed back.
I thought that was really cool. Getting to go back through the past and showing the alternate timeline and what could have
Right.
been. Because like having the whole the Simon driven need to go to the west, discovering the bloodlines, putting them together, because he wanted to bring Pedro back. Like just cool stuff, man.
It was.
I
Would've
really
been sick.
I really love storytelling like that, and then seeing what you guys actually did, like how you came up with your reasonings and following the whispers of dead gods instead, and just really cool stuff. I like my job, I guess is what I'm saying.
How are we supposed to convince Elder Shane to show himself?
Well,
What
okay,
was the intent
so
there?
I had you remember when you actually spotted him doing weird stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh, the ghost of him, right? In the
yeah,
church.
yeah. The ghost of him,
Ah.
right? And then it's like, oh, he's dead. Well, he is because his form has been taken by this guy. And then if you had like confronted him about it and interrogated him about it, he would have revealed who he is really, and that he's not like a bad guy. There's also some other ways too, like if Simon had actually spied in on him, making sweet love to the orc. Like if he had actually stayed, he would have found him shift in the middle of it because he can't concentrate on it when he's, gooning.
Close.
That
was so close.
And then you could also you were actually really close to seeing it. You could also just talk to her about him. And she would my plan was to, in her funny RP, drop things that weren't like true that you could pull on, like how young he is and his beautiful black hair. And it's like Elder Shade has black hair. Like little things like that I would have sprinkled in there.
Hair? Wait.
But you guys did what you did, but I'm just saying that's how it would have came out, I think. In that regard.
tactically dodged by no one trusting JJ, and him tripping balls in a broken down church had no real relevance to the rest of us.
Yep. At
That's
least
true.
no direct relevance that anybody could see.
Yeah.
Which is
And then he started
go ahead.
praying to Mytheria. Then everyone immediately disliked him.
That's true.
That is, why were you in the church? Right? Oh,
you know,
never
it's
mind.
just
Everything else you say is terrible.
I was praying. It's like, that would explain why I'm enraged.
enraged. Who did
I'm-
you pray to?
I-
He didn't.
I'm-
He didn't even lie about it. He just said it was like a pray to Mytheria. I was like, oh,
It's like, oh me? I was Matherian it up.
oh god.
Oh, dang it.
Where are you? But yeah, that was super cool. I got to go over that again. I'm glad you guys enjoyed that
Mhm.
because I thought it was really cool, man. Going back through and seeing stuff. I always feel uncertain to show players that because I don't want them to be like, oh, that was way better than what we did, and I like hate what they did because it happened like it's supposed to.
Mhm.
You guys did what you
I'm
did.
just,
Yeah.
I'm just happy we didn't have to fight the engine wall. Fuck that
Oh
fight.
god, no.
oh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck
I wonder what
that.
happened in the town with the banshees. I wonder what happened there.
Mm.
With the Banshee, we wouldn't have taken that route because we went from the
Mhm.
Guardian to the Coast of Souls. So by the time we even get to the City of Glass, we take a completely different path and probably never run across the Ghost.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Probably.
Yeah, most likely you'd never go there. But I did have had you guys stayed and like figured all that shit out, it would have been pretty cool too.
Do we actually get to know what happened to JJ after he wandered off when everyone was petrified?
That will be revealed in another game, possibly, depending on what
Oh.
happens.
Yeah, there's now a group dealing with the Court of Curses again, which was the source of the petrification in that forest. So if he will show up, it will be in Ancients and Ages. They're dealing with that now.
I should have opened that weird ass looking door on the cursed tree with something behind it. Surely nothing terrible would have come out of that.
Oh yeah, surely not. Surely not.
I asked Frosis and he was like, oh, I know what?
Wow.
Rosis also told me speaking to Tyr was a good idea, and now we're here, so...
This is true.
I mean,
He's
it was an
inherently
idea.
evil. He's
I mean,
just masking
we
it
got-
really well.
I mean, we got the third option out of it, so like the second option. So who knows?
Yeah, he also almost got possessed.
You also have a
Easter eggs,
harrowing that I
true.
have to constantly keep in mind, so
Damn it.
Is that a recurring, like, debuff? Or is it that
it's
because
not
we
really,
ended up with
it's-
a different
it's
choice?
It's not really a debuff. It's the price of knowing what's coming and to have that warning is ultimately inevitable.
Mhm.
But at the same time, by being put in that position, you get to be faced with the mortal quandary of being able to change your fate, which is the whole like harrowing locks in your fate, and then by knowing it, your fate changes anyway. Like it's supposed to be a it's kind of like a juxtaposition of that doing anything to change your fate means that you're doing the thing that makes your fate happen. So the thing that makes you Traveler Souls is that you are able to bypass that notion and the inherent futility of it.
It's like learning how you're going to die and then you try everything to avoid that scenario, but it's going to
leads
happen
to your death
anyways.
anyway. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When the true thing is that knowing that is going to happen and then overcoming it anyway, which is the whole point of the harrowing. But anyway, getting a little ahead of me because I just got to load this map for you guys, and then I will reveal all that shit. This here.
Raquel is pissed.
Kel is in fact pissed. Slaps. Stop fucking with time.
It's not our fault, it was a bird! It was a bird!
It wasn't our fault. It wasn't our fault. It wasn't our fault. I didn't know.
I didn't touch
I looked at it and then went, you know what, I'm good, thanks.
A new hand touches the beacon.
A new hand touches the beacon.
I swear to God, I wasn't up. I said it was the bird.
It wasn't me. It was the one-eyed man.
It was a bird, please.
I like the
No.
lonely scream at the laugh.
You scream on this map somewhere.
He's on the left side, yeah. I put him
You
there.
just left him behind.
My
He was
lady!
there. He was there for the buff.
My lady!
See,
Wait, that
canonically, he's
daimyo.
always in his shell as a gourd on my build.
He's trying to get to here,
Wait.
but he's too slow.
Wait,
He's
wait,
really
that's-
slow. He's
He's
just,
out here.
I'm coming, my lady. Like he's just.
He just manages to like crawl up the first two, like the first steps, looks into the room as we all vanish from existence.
All right, and here we go. So, as the magics of the Seneschal and of the Cyclops coil around Fane and the Traveler's soul flickers, all are dissipated.
Hmm.
Let me know when you're loaded.
I'm loaded.
Loaded.
I'm here.
This map
Loaded.
is sick.
Giant sundial.
Big.
Alrighty. The party finds themselves in a completely different place than they were before. All around them, they can see shifting sand. An enormous sundial is the platform in which they stand, irradiating with the powers of time. You can see the color yellow emanate from each of the inscriptions. You will also see several other versions of you walking in and out and around, each one of them looking at the sundial or looking in another direction, and you will see these different pieces shifting and erratically appearing. And then you will feel, rather than hear, a very cross presence. All right. You will see Caspian be lifted up by a sandy hand.
Whoa!
A hand made
Goodbye,
of sand.
Caspian.
He will then be mig-shaked. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh.
I always knew this was going to happen.
Oh no.
The Caspian Shaker!
Okay. And then you will see Caspian kind of be let down, not super gently, right here. And then, summoned by manifested sand, you will see this individual appear.
Oh.
The
do
goddess
I-
Raquel.
Yeah, do I recognize her for what? Who she is?
Yes, Mr. Foreigner Religion.
Oh.
You will then also see that she is quite cross with you. And then she will say, would you care to explain yourself, priest of Woad?
So, right. We did not mean to come here. I do not know what was done with time, but,
She will
we
tap her
were
foot.
in the in the presence of a creature before we were shunted here. It seemed to be interacting with some sort of magic thing over there.
What? What
Was-
creature? Explain yourself. Were you not
It was
assigned to the deaths of the druids? Their purging is imperative. She will then pull out a
But
tablet.
we were. Yes. But
Then
we
I'm
had an
just going
alternative solution due to our, our druid being cursed by Tia. So we went the way it all began. This is Fane.
She will turn suddenly and look past Caspian at a different Caspian who is saying what you're saying but slightly ahead of you.
Yes.
And then she will look back at you.
After this, we went to the place where it all began. Fane interacted with a strange device,
Yes, I know
supposedly.
that much. Harrowings and changings and plans upon bones of long dead cyclops and their insipid circles. Cracked and crashed. I had just finished with those others. Put them on the right path. I shattered their seconds. And now here you are before me. Yes, I understand.
Yes.
The deaths of your people will weigh heavy on your heart. But do you not see what... Now we must fix what you have broken with your alternate solutions, she will say, kind of rudely.
Wasn't my first
You're
choice.
you're very flustered. Who are you?
I
Why
am
are we
Raquel.
here?
I am the goddess of time, and of my people, the gnomes, or the Namaki, creatures of the dream. I am known of these things in Calcatesh. I do not have time to unveil my divinity before you. Understand that you are within my realm, and it is my duty to keep the broken glass of the window of what you see as time repaired. It is my duty, it is my purpose, it is my burden, and you have made it all that much more harder with your confounded indecisiveness. And here we are. Now we must fix it.
Yes.
What
That-
breaking took place? We were shown pieces of a path that we did not walk, and I declined it.
Yes, you declined it, which is not what that creature wanted. And it, trying to interfere with you, has caused this to happen. I would have expected better of a priest of Woad to allow such a thing.
Yeah, come on, Caspian. Do better.
Really, I think the matter was out of my hands by the moment Thane touched the bone of the Cyclops, but...
She will throw her hands up. Do you not possess will yourself? You could have intervened.
I do.
You're expected to intervene. You were supposed to intervene. Then she will kind of look up. All right. Divinity. The mortals know not. Very well. I will try to explain this in a way that is not condescending and that will taper my frustration. You have put your realm at greater risk. You have enacted the process of naming a chosen, but you have turned back from it. This means that the seneschal, that creature, is no longer bound by the previous protocols it was under. Now, the creature can freely enact Tyr's will that the chosen has gone rampant. Granted, it is a flaw in the design, but it is what it is. The only way to make this right is to ensure that the seneschal does not enact Tyr's will. I will see that wizard's machinations erased from the shattered points of time, but we cannot do that if it is allowed to act of its own accord. Creature is very powerful. You do not
Send us
have the
back. We'll
strength.
deal with him.
You don't have the strength, halfling. But maybe,
Did you bring him here too?
maybe all
Where
of
is
you,
he?
maybe all of you do. Raquel will start to stroke her chin. You've already seen it. You haven't gone mad from its witnessing. Perhaps your minds are strong enough to take in such memories. As for his location, you are not supposed to be here. You are most likely brought here because of your traveler souls. The seneschal is no doubt already putting into action his various evil machinations in order to ensure that his master's misguided path is brought to fruition, whether it be the Starfall Protocol or the interference with the various other traveler souls. All of the clocks must strike at the same time, the precise moment needed to ensure that the realm is saved, and that its fate is its own, devoid and derived of the machinations of madness. Very well. I have decided. I will use the tools that are allowed to me. You are here. You will be used. You will fix the mistake that you have made. You shall clean the mess that you have put upon my table. And then your fate is to do with as you wish. The cost of your freedom is service. One service. The Seneschal must be destroyed. With its destruction, the last machinations of Tyr's experiment will be lost as well. And finally, this great and terrible experiment can be undone, and the people of your realm will finally live whatever life it is that they are intended to do so. Their dreams may return to the scape, and the brothers will finally have their say. No, you're not strong enough. One moment. And you will see that she walks out of herself and over here, leaving another one of herself to keep an eye on you.
Pretty impatient for a goddess of time.
That child's a god?
Raquel will summon a small version of Mazikeen, which will mock Mazikeen with her own words.
It's just normal Masakin.
She'll make the Mazikeen more childlike.
Ew. I've never been so displeased looking at myself.
I wouldn't argue.
What? I wouldn't argue. How are you not arguing? Getting told that you already didn't do your duties.
Because maybe I didn't.
Holder.
Because I can see past my own shortcomings and know that I didn't do the right thing. Yes, thank you.
Oh, the right thing, the good thing.
You will see a
Evil
bunch
thing.
of Raquels arguing with themselves in the background.
If the problem was me not making the choice and stepping deeper into the rotted waters, why not just walk us back to that point? I make the choice and then Raquel binds me so that whatever I become doesn't cause more issue. We still get to the chamber, we still undo our issues.
No, you made your choice. Why would you want to become Tyr?
Because, she will then suddenly respond to Fane's statement, because that is not how time works. The fact that you know that you would be sent back means that your change will be inescapable. You'll make the decision, yes, but you will not make it in the appropriate manner in which you were intended to do so at first. Your knowledge in and of itself begets the measurement. The measurement is by itself false, for you know of it. Besides, that time has passed. Now we must safeguard the future. Yes, I have decided. I shall put my gamble upon you. The Seneschal must be destroyed, but you may not do so with your current strength. Therefore, we shall see if you are able to resist the thralls of madness. I apologize ahead of time. This will be uncomfortable.
No.
The sands of time go around each of the players, and I will party shake.
Oh, the sand's in my pants.
No!
Alright,
You
and
said
as
ahead of time.
she said ahead of time. She seems changing time puns. Alright, as everybody gets shaken, you will see that bits and pieces of your past selves from other timelines begin to be summoned by Raquel and placed within each of you.
Oh.
These memories cause your own mind to regale against them. Which memory is false? Which memory is true? It's not very clear. But slowly, over time, the shifting energy of your past selves, of time unrealized, coalesce to a singular point. And thus, as Raquel's magic finishes, the madness resisted, your souls burn bright. Welcome to level 10.
Oh,
Mm.
Yeah.
never
Yeah,
time.
boy.
Say yippee now.
Yippee!
Yippee!
Da, 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 da,
I don't get to be a
da.
planeswalker? Damn.
No. You're
No.
now your previous build. And all
Damn.
that
Good, I
shit,
didn't want to be a
Same or-
wizard anyway.
and all that shit I did is pointless. But anyway,
Wait.
that's fine.
No.
Wait, where is he? I need to see him. Where is he? Bring him
Where's
back. Where
Frosus?
is the frog?
I'm afraid I can't summon Frosis at this time.
Damn.
No.
Because his final art isn't done.
Oh my god.
Nice.
He's just gonna have like the true angelic
Yeah,
form.
yeah, you can
He's
have-
rising
you-
above the pulp
No.
now.
You can have that for now.
No. No,
Okay.
I imagine us about to lose the fight and then Frosus just showed up and he's gonna save us. That's my headcanon.
My God.
Yeah. Frank, was this all of your plan? Nice.
Honestly, no. I feared the danger I would put you in if I tried to pull any of that forward.
Why would you pull any of that forward in the first place? It's all fine the way it is.
I thought about pulling you forward, where you hadn't made that stupid deal with Agamemnon and you weren't like this.
Fuck. Way better than I was
Just
before.
wild. Debatable.
In the background, what the fuck is happening, Zazanti? I do not know. Zazanti has sand in his pants.
It must feel like home again.
Actually, it
Yeah, that's
feels
true.
kind of nice.
He's Calcutetian as well, so he knows a little bit. I don't know if he's
Who is that?
religion.
I believe that is the goddess of time. The goddess of time? Then yes, she is small, like child. Why? Because if you could be yourself at any point in time, would you not want to be young, I guess? Are you saying that because she's a goddess of time or because she's a woman? Yes. Anyways.
Checks out.
Okay, good job, Zazanti.
So wise.
Well, the more I hear him talk, the more I like him.
Yeah. Okay, anyway.
Yeah.
Alright. It's level 10 time, motherfuckers.
Boy,
Yeah.
my snail. No.
I put these familiars over here. Hey, yo, good luck on your level up. I'm gonna go over here and hang out with these familiars.
His art is so good. Great job, Colossus.
I had a lot of
That's
fun.
Dawn. That's not G-Wimp. That's Dawn G-Wimp. To you, fella.
To the window! To the wall! To the wall! As Scream goes down the wall! Oh, that Frosis call! Oh, Pandando, no, motherfucker! Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm gonna put them over there where they can jam.
Great.
Oh.
My lady, he's rapping!
Rapid.
His bars are mighty! Okay, anyway. Play the song, please. Okay. Hold on, chat wants me to play the level up song.
Shoot self in mouth.
I don't remember that side of the win.
Is my hand fucked up at all from being on the thing
Oh my God, there it is.
as all this went in?
No.
It's fine.
Alright, let's line them up.
Take my strong hand.
Take my strong hand. All right, Wilhelm Freeheart. The time has come to roll. 1d10 minimum 6. Nice. All right, this level you get otherworldly skill and improved extra attack. Would you like to explain to good people what otherworldly skill does?
Yes, sir. So, otherworldly skill. Your critical hits no longer deal extra damage. Instead, it triggers a free use of your Red Smiles class feature. This ability and the Red Smiles ability itself can only be used once per round. So that means I get all the attacks per round. Yes, yes. And improved extra attack is you gain an extra attack whenever you take the attack action on your turn.
Okay, let's make sure your health is right. Should it be 103?
Yeah, it should be 103.
Oh, wah, wah, wah.
I'm no longer gonna have 69 HP.
Nice. Caspian, 1d8, min 5. Hey!
Very powerful, very good.
Alright, this level you receive Dusk Till Dawn and the Mana Within. Would you like to explain to the good people what those do?
But of course, whenever this is Dusk Till Dawn says the following: whenever you would defeat an enemy with a spell you cast, even if you do not control it, you heal all allies within 30 feet an amount equal to your Wisdom modifier. If an ally is healed while at 0 hit points with a spell you cast but don't control, you may cast a cantrip at an enemy in range as a triggered action. And the Mana Within states the following: your limit for all apotheosis as well as your maximum for exposure is now 15. In addition, constant exposure from items, enchantments, or other boons are reduced by 1 for each source.
Okay. Next up is Elsie Rowan.
Uh, 1d12
minimum
min
7.
You. Oh. Oops. 7. Yeah. Was it 99? So, hey, 110 flat.
Alright, this level you get
Sweet.
that dog in them. An improved extra attack. Would you like to explain to the good people what that does?
As Venom previously said, improved extra attack means I get to swing 3 times in a round. That dog in him. Whenever I roll initiative, my weapons are drawn automatically, and I get to charge an enemy for free. While I don't have feral charge, which would make it a crit if it hits, whenever I would be defeated, I instead attack an enemy in range as a triggered action. If they're defeated, I instead get reduced to 1 hit point.
That dog in them.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Mazakine. 1d8, minimum 5, please.
Nice.
7.
Alright. This level you get Eidetic Experience. Would you like to explain to the good people what that does?
Yes. I will choose an ability that I've learned in combat previous with Moment of Revelation. And I keep this ability permanently until I use it again to learn a different one. So any martial ability that I've learned from an enemy, I keep permanently. I have a question about that though.
Yep.
Since with the 9th level feature, I can give one of these abilities to an ally. Do they also keep it, or is it just me?
No, only you get permanent ones.
Alright.
But you can give the permanent one to them.
Yes.
In terms of, like, in the temporary state.
I can just give it to them again.
Yeah. Like, in the temporary state, I should say.
Yeah.
Following normal rules, so. Fane. 1d8, minimum 5, please.
Oh, 77
Ooh.
HP now.
There's a 1 on the dice. So I'm happy to take 5, thank you. +1 con, no other modifiers.
This level, you get Might of the Glacier. Would you like to explain to the good people what that does?
Might of the Glacier states, you gain 20 temporary hit points at the start of each of your turns. This does not stack with itself. You can spend your temporary hit points to deal additional damage to enemies with cold spells you hardcast. The damage dealt is equal to the temp HP spent, but only applies once per application. So Fireball would hit all targets, but Scorching Ray only hits the first ray. Also gaining the Mana Within, which Caspian read, but a very important character-defining highlight is the fact that my Bracers of Buckler, which usually would give me 1 permanent exposure, now grants me 0. I have broken the game. I have a Buckler with no drawback without proficiency. Very important.
The time has come.
Okay.
Weird
It took 10
flex,
levels.
I know.
Now we're here.
All right, Simon. All right, at this level, you receive the ability Market Forces and Ingenuity. Would you like to explain to the good people what that does?
Yes. Market Forces. What it basically does is that I get an extra ally slot, and I can also pay less to this focus right here. Like 20% less. It's pretty nice.
Raquel, give us an ally.
Just an extra kill.
Just send us with a Raquel, that's fine.
No, actually. Because, Simon, since you bounded with your past selves, your 3rd ally slot will be fulfilled by Pedro Pascal.
Oh my god.
Aw.
Nodders,
Oh.
never punished, didn't give him reward, still gets reward. Nodders, map 2.
Map 2.
What the hell?
What the fuck is all like? That's so cool, dude. Like what?
It is sick.
They
I'm
never
not
punished.
complaining.
Yeah, you were literally
punished.
complaining. You're saying never punished. Brr, brr, brr.
I'm shit posting what I would put in chat.
Oh, I see.
Never better.
I would shit like just the people that's like I'm level 8.
Yeah,
True.
a skill issue.
Sounds like a
We
skill
were
issue, yeah.
They're the
Yeah, we were
first
locked
party.
at-
They're the first party. They're gonna hit level 10.
We weren't
Uh,
even the first to hit level 10. It sucks
No,
that everyone
Fields of
got mad
Fire
and
did it.
just died.
Yeah.
Just pay the battle pass. That's it. It's
Yeah.
easy.
They paid the
get
extra
level.
battle pass, sacrificed 4 creatures to give the rest of the party level 10. That's some black
This is-
magic.
This is
Yeah.
the premium
Level 8
battle pass
waifu
buttons,
is
yeah.
2D.
No, don't get my cool, fucked up Feiner.
Yeah.
Damn. I can draw you that up if you want.
Profane art.
No, I just wanted to know what the wizard subclass was. What it do. Maybe it would be a good wizard subclass.
I mean, So essentially, it was going to be like your base wizard, your school mastery was the Rentos Nebula, which gives you transmutation and conjuration. Your subclass is Planeswalker, which gives you access to the Regret of Ragdar, Avarice of Astaranos, Binding of Ban, and Exemplar of Arist. And your prestige class was Vessel of Tyr, which acts as Dark Witness, except you can take the magical abilities of other classes and their subclasses instead. Which is pretty cool.
What the fuck?
But he couldn't have played, right? Because this Travelers would have left.
I guess we'll never know now.
Unfortunate.
His choice has been made.
Ned.
I'm sure the child knows.
Anyway,
Yeah, the child knows.
that is the end of session. Let's see if we've got any.
It's all shit post.
Like, wait, I got an idea. We can just Simon shake the challenge and she tells us what we want to know.
Oh, I wish I made myself black for like the 30 minutes that I was different.
Well,
It was a test.
Gets to dialogue, doesn't like choice, hits quick save. Goes back to
saving, quick
Loads.
saving, quick saving.
It's free one time.
Reload.
Jesus Christ.
yeah, no post is in here.
Oh, we have some fan art.
I just put the familiar art in there again. So my forever interpretation of Fane, posted by Venom. Very good.
Yeah.
Fane coming off the operating table. Yeah. Me watching the stream in 2x speed because I was late.
Powerful.
I saw that earlier. I don't know how to...
That will haunt my dreams and nightmares.
As a kid, which he has to save somebody.
Ew.
True.
G Wimp.
Gee, Wimp the Pimp.
The boy.
And the mighty Squeam. Hope you're ready to take 1 absolute damage.
This is the goal for now. Is I need a final blow with this.
Yeah, you need
Throw the
to.
snail at them.
Like that guy has 1 HP left. Go Squeam! Alrighty, good stuff,
just-
guys.
Just get him from my belt. Throw him.
Excellent.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for supporting the channel. I'll see you guys in about an hour and 20 minutes for Gates and Guardians.